What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Stardust here. Welcome to a news video of news that's been circulating for like a couple of days now and I just haven't covered it. Please subscribe though, I promise I'm a good YouTuber. I've been having fun, man. Look, the videos have been fun, I've been enjoying myself, that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know, you guys are my friends, I'm hanging out with you, that's all that matters. But anyway, enough of that, let's get into the news. So Miller says, from the outside looking in, it seems like Embracer are in the middle of working out a deal with Marvel that extends well beyond Avengers, which is understandable with recent news suggesting both EA and Ubisoft have Marvel content in the pipeline. Obviously, we have the Black Panther game, and we also have the Iron Man game, and all that stuff. Look, I gotta be honest, Marvel games terrify me, right? Because we've had some good ones. We've had the Spider-Man games, we've had Guardians, depending on which side of the fence you're on. We've also had Avengers, and they're terrible mobile games, right? So, Marvel games are kind of like, they're kind of scary to me. But, you know, I understand the idea of like, okay, you want a piece of that pie, right? I get it. I suspect Avengers will live, and that will be announced when the Embracer/Marvel deal closes. Brass tacks, the Crystal Dynamics acquisition has now officially happened, and I'm hearing work continues on Avengers relatively unabated. Things could change, but that's where we stand. Okay, so I did want to talk about this a little bit, right? Because in my personal opinion, I'm actually like, I don't know, I feel kind of weird about Avengers being okay, right? Now let me explain why. So, for the past, like, year or so, us, like, not, you know, just gamers, right, just players, have been wanting this game to do more, right? We've been wanting more from Marvel's Avengers, we've been begging for more to come from it, right? More heroes, more missions, a bit of a faster development cycle, enough of the BS sort of thing, right? And the fact that, you know, this Embracer thing was happening, we were kind of going to assume, oh, okay, you know, maybe when they're taken on, it will give them a kick up the bum, right? But if they're going for a blanket Marvel thing, it kind of tells me that the focus wouldn't be on Avengers rehabilitation anyway. It's just to get the Marvel license to potentially make more money elsewhere, not Marvel's Avengers. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna bother trying to put everything into Avengers to make it something worthy of the name Avengers, then I actually wouldn't bother with Avengers. I would get the Marvel license and I'd probably just axe Avengers in general, because we've seen what it did to Guardians of the Galaxy. We saw how much people refused to buy Guardians because they were petrified that it was going to be another Marvel's Avengers. So why would you want that for your entire Marvel catalogue if you're not going to focus on Avengers first to give it that, like, rehabilitation in the public eye? I hope I'm making sense with this, but it's kind of like, okay, so say for example, right, there's a terrible piece of clothing in your store, right, and people walk past it and are like, oh, that rank, next to really well-designed clothes, you're probably gonna move that off the shelves and put it somewhere, like, in the corner so it can just rot and, like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it kind of just feels like in this scenario, if you're going for the Marvel license and not necessarily for Avengers, I would probably just call it a day and axe it there. But maybe, you know, maybe that's just me being a bit negative. I don't know. I know that there's going to be people in the comments trying to, like, attack me and stuff because I'm not 100% like, whippy, Avengers, yay! But let's be honest, it's almost been 2 years since the game was released. And I'm kind of, like, I'm not on this boat anymore of chances, right? It's not up or shut up. Okay, and it seems like this Embracer thing was going to be a great opportunity for them to you know, to nut up. But I don't think that's going to happen now. I really don't. I think the Embracer are going to get the Marvel license, put some of their devs on some cool Marvel titles to get a piece of that pie, and then make some money off Avengers, while Avengers keeps doing what it's currently doing. I don't think Avengers are going to change in the slightest, and I don't want that. We want Avengers to change. We want Avengers to get better and, you know, faster content drops. Like, I feel like people have forgotten about that. in sort of favor of just like, we want an Avengers game, you know? But it is what it is. Look, at the end of the day, I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe. I've got that down arrow that says grey because I haven't hit as many subscribers as I normally do. I understand why, because, you know, I'm obviously doing like new content and stuff, but this channel's bussing and so are you. Bye everyone.